Yep, we back, y'all. It's my turn, god damn it. Yes, man. What a day it was yesterday, man. We had 5 games. We got 7 games today. 7 games today. So if you if for the first time timers that's playing preseason DFS, you guys learned something yesterday. If you didn't have Twitter, you learned something yesterday. My first video before my first NBA tips video, all this shit is going right. It's coinciding with what we're doing right now. Um, if you like the video, like and subscribe to it, whatever the fuck you want to say. I got a couple things I want to get off my chest before I get into showing you guys these players. Um, Preseason, it's all about the news. We know that. Then, we got the starting five. That's basically, those are chalk. We waiting on news to decipher who we can play through these teams. But on the other hand, you got some teams that are pretty deep, man. And it's a lot of miles to get fed, to feed over there. And, you got, shit, 20, 25 minutes. For some players, is not enough. I don't give a care how good you are. And then you got new players, moving players and stuff like that. Like Trey Young, for instance. He got a few new guys over there. His shot was, some turnovers here, some turnovers there, and all the mouths to feed, 25 minutes, man, what the hell, I'm going to use DraftKings for the platform because FanDuel are basically giving out players for free, so why would I even go over there and even show you these guys? Plus, on top of that, I had another point I probably want to try to get across to probably help some people with their roster construction. Because I think from a preseason standpoint, I ain't gonna say that. I mean, just for right now, I got something to point out to you guys. It got something to do with the bigs. Now, a lot of bigs were in some good spots yesterday. They showed up and showed out. And with DraftKings, they got competitive pricing right now, which you can see 9K, 8K, and the list goes on. Number two, one of the most important things I want to point out is the multi-positional, bam. With the bigs, they getting points from rebounding, scoring. Then you got bigs stepping out shooting the three, and they getting assists too. So they're closer to the basket, getting rebounds and so on and so forth. Let's take Porzingis for instance. He could play. He's power forward and center eligible. He can play powerful. He can play right here. Boom, 1. He can play 2, 3, and 4. He can play. You can put him in 4 spots. So that's like 4 bigs you can have, and then you got some pretty nice sized guys that rebound and stuff like that to play small forward. So you can have a decent amount of bigs on your team. That's something to keep in mind. That's something to keep in mind because we're gonna have some guys with some upside, man, over here today. Again, it's all about the news. Let's get into it now. We're gonna start off with Toronto and Charlotte. Okay. These guys are self-explanatory. We want to hear news. We want to hear news about these starters. We want to hear news about the starters, man. Just point blank. You can go through these teams, and then you can plan ahead for scenarios. You can plan them ahead, so the pivots that you want to go to. And I'm gonna try to point some of those guys out. That way, you have a refresher. I mean, you already be up on some of the guys that you can go to. Barring injuries and stuff like that. I mean, everybody been playing NBA DFS. You know who you want. We just want to hear news of how much minutes they playing and stuff like that. Then, like I said, you want to look at the overall team. How many mouths to feed within X amount of time? Can we make this shit work? Who's going to smash? Stuff like that. Now, Lowry, Van Vliet, whatever. It is what it is. McCall, he's questionable. Terrence Davis, he can step in and do something, but, we need news on that. Powell, he's interesting. I don't mind Powell, but, he's news dependent. OG, these boys, we've been watching these boys. You know what to do. Who else? Siakam, Boucher. He can smash. This motherfucker can smash. Y'all already know this. If you don't know, now you know. Aaron Baines, interesting play. They got rid of some guys over there. They got Alex Lynn, so, it's kind of cluttered over there. Still, man, I like Boucher, and they still got, they still got it cluttered over there. Like, what the hell? God damn. Moving over here to Charlotte side. Devontae Graham, Ball. You already know what it is with Ball. They're going to want to get him out there. They're going to want to get him out there. He's at a cheap, decent price. I ain't got to talk about FanDuel because they free on FanDuel. Martin, somebody I like, Malik Monk, he most likely he going to be out, but keep an eye on the news, But you know what? These motherfuckers, they twins. So you got to decipher between which one. I forgot which one is the good one and which one is the bad one, but it is what it is. Probably won't go there anyway. Hayward, he's a no for me. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what he do. I'm not even playing him. Bridges, he's in play, especially with barring injuries and, if this player ain't playing, news. That's what we need, news. PJ Washington, I like him. We definitely need news. These guys got the minimum price over here on DraftKings is $4K. Look at him. He's sitting down there at $4,400. These the guys that, help you fit in some guys. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to spend all your salary on none of these guys, on nobody. You know what I'm saying? And we'll get to some players and I'll point them out. Moving on down the line, Zeller, Biyombo, you know what I'm saying? This guy here, Kerry Jr., you watch out for this guy. They might want to see him. They might want to give him some run, man. The young boy, they might want to give him some run. Moving on over to the Indiana and Cleveland game. Same scenario. I could talk about what went on last year with their playing time and all that shit, but I'm not. It's they got limited playoff games. Preseason games. We about to get right. We thinking now and news. Now and news. That's what we thinking. So, Brogdon Mcconnell, he's somebody who can, he's a Swiss Army knife. Well, he can put up fancy points in a hurry. So these guys you can look to, Holiday. We know all of Old Depot. These guys, they self-explanatory. His brother Justin Holiday, somebody who I probably won't be on. It is what it is. With that, T.J. Warren's out, Lamb is out, Martin, not somebody I'll be looking to. Samson, they like to give him some run, but we'll definitely like to hear some news. Sabonis is Sabonis. I definitely want to hear some news, because I look at the price on Brogdon. He's $6,200. That's a decent price, and he can return some upside on that price tag. That's a decent price. We know what he can do. That's a decent price. It's a decent spender, He ain't 8K or none of that shit like the rest of these motherfuckers. All right, moving along. They got some decent little, stuffers over here, but for the most part, I'm not even going to them. Turner, especially given the matchup. Let's look over here to the Cleveland side. Yeah, Garland, Sexton, Exum. Now, I won't be messing with Exum. Garland and Sexton, but I probably won't be messing with neither one of them. Kevin Porter Jr., he probably, oh no, I'm not on Kevin Porter Jr. for sure. These guys, there's better options. It's better options. It's better options over here. Okoro, now he's in play. He's definitely in play. They're going to want to see what they got. He's going to be looking to take one of these small forward spots, so keep an eye out on him. Nance Jr., we need news, because they do have, you got Kevin Love over here. Then, you got Drummond. Ain't no telling what type of minutes these guys going to be playing. JaVale McGee. They got two bigs. Drummond and McGee. They're just going to keep applying the pressure on your thigh maker. Here's some news. Kevin Love got a nice price tag, but do we think he gets the run? Do we think Drummond gets the run? It's, something we got to look out for. Moving on over to the OKC and San Antonio game. Aldridge, with San Antonio and Popovich, man, you got to really, really, really try to nail it down, man. Don't get popped. That's all I'm going to say. Don't get popped. All right. Even though I probably won't be on Aldridge, I won't be on DeRozan. Murray, I have some interest in him. Keldon Johnson, I wish he wasn't out, man. I'd love to play him. Derek White out. They just got a series of injuries over here. Lonnie Walker, what's going on with Lonnie Walker? Because he's definitely in play. He set out to start, but he's back with the team, pricing it out. Yeah, look out for Lonnie Walker. He's a decent play. That's for the Saints. Trey Lyles. I don't mind some Trey Lyles. I do not mind some Trey Lyles. After we shake it up over here and we figured out this guy here, that young boy right here, Vassell, he's looking to make a splash. Let me go by depth charts. Yeah. So yeah. Keita, he's so sneaky. This guy, Keita based DRP, he'll come in there and Papa put him in there. He'll give you 30 fantasy points quick. Yep, but guys like Podol, Eubanks, he did a little something. Lyles, I like Lyles. These between like Podol and Lyles, those guys can make a difference in some lineups, man. Because you're gonna need, if you get news to some of your favorite players that you're gonna want to play and put them in there, and they had a higher price tag, you're gonna need those guys to help you. Guys like that to help you, fit them in. And OKC and San Antonio, these guys are gonna be chalk, man. Just on the amount of injuries that we got. Between both of these teams, these guys are gonna be chalk. SGA chalk. Hill, I'm not messing with him. Jackson, but they're gonna be on him. I'm not. The industry will. Jackson, yes, he's a yes. He's definitely a yes. He can produce some fantasy points. Diallo, he's more likely gonna be chalk. Dort out. The young boy out. Ariza, I don't know where he's at. I don't even know if he's with this team or not. But I'm not messing with him. They got Scofield over here. This is they guy. I forget where he's from. They might want to give this guy a look. I forgot where he's from. But he's definitely in play. He was pretty good. I think he's a 7-footer. I've been hearing about him. Heard about him the other day. He's in play. I can't pronounce his name, so don't even worry about it. Kendrick Williams, he's in play. I like Kendrick Williams. About 2 years ago, he used to just come in and rack up the fantasy points over there in New Orleans. So, man, with all these injuries over there, man, sitting here at 4K, better watch out for him. Then you got Horford out. They just got a lot of injuries over here. This would, TJ Lee, Mike Muscala, he can come in and give you some nice fantasy points, man. He's a big, they produce. And, like I said, these guys over here, they're going to be chalky. They're going to be chalky. Moving over to the Dallas and Milwaukee side, like Luka Doncic. Oh, my God. He's, man, y'all know what he can do, man. I mess with that boy heavy. He's a really, 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 really good player, man. Man, how about Doncic in the playoffs, man? Dang, that was awesome. You got Brunson, Burke, Hardaway Jr., the young boy I probably won't be going to him, Richardson. I mean, they got a decent amount of guards over here. They back. I mean, they made some moves. I like the moves they made to give their team some depth. James Johnson, Courtney Lee, those guys, they probably won't play. Wessel Window, they added. Wessel Window, Kleber, is, Kleber, DFS, Porzingis is out. They got a decent amount. And then look at their bigs. Boban, Maxi Kleber, Willie Cauley-Stein, Dwight Powell. It's hard for me to decipher which one of these bigs are going to be in play. I'd probably say, I don't know, man. Boban might not get the run. Powell been out. They probably need to see Powell and Willie Cauley-Stein. Those guys, they was out, man. They probably need to get their butts out there and run. You know what you got in Boban. These two guys right here need to get some playing time in, but And then going back up to the top, like Luka Doncic, you're gonna have to make a decision on Luka, man. Do you want to play him or not? Do you want to fade him? And let's say he get 25 minutes. What do you think he can do in that 25 minutes? We know what he can do, but what do you think he's gonna do that tonight in them 25 minutes, man? In preseason, is he trying to win or what? And that's when making plays, pivoting to guys like, let's say Doncic, let's say the Maverick starters poised for 25 minutes playing time, and then you got the Pacers players, they want to go 25 minutes of playing time. Then you got a point guard spot. Do you want to take Doncic? Do you want to take Brogdon? Like, what do you want to do, man? I probably want to take Doncic, but that's neither here nor there. But there's a big price difference, so that's what I mean. Moving over here to the Milwaukee side, same scenario, man. Look at Holiday sitting up there at 8,100. I'm not on him anyway, but you got guys like DiVincenzo, Forbes is a newly added player over there. Let's go to Torrey Craig. Torrey Craig Nick Starkis is a no. Middleton, he got a nice price tag on him. Connaughton, ABC, what the hell, shit. He's sitting at 9K, which we all know those high-priced guys can rack it up in a minute. Bobby Portis, yes, DJ Wilson, requires a cap. Yes, what I'm saying? He can look at the low price tag it's a decent price tag for Brook Lopez, but I probably wouldn't be on him, if we get minutes and we get word that the stars are playing low minutes, that's plus for guys like Portis and Wilsons and Connaughtons and DiVincenzos and stuff like that. But let's move. Another juicy game with plenty of injuries over here. Starting with the Memphis side, Melton. Is Melton start? Let me see if Melton's gonna be playing over. Let's check because I wanted to check that. I slept on that one. Let's see. Like James Jackson Jr. out. Brandon Clark most likely not playing. You got the number one pick over here. You know that Minnesota gonna want to get a chance to see what's up with him. Malik Beasley, is he playing? All right, he did get locked up. Almost went to the joint for a minute. But I gotta look more into that and see what's going on with his situation. He might be playing. Hernan Gomez, with all the injuries, he always pops up on some preseason type of stuff and ball. Nas out. Kyle Anderson, he probably out. Who I wanted to check on though, Deontay, he's questionable, so it's minded. Watch out for that. It's minor. Because that's a big part of what's going to happen and what's going on. So anyway, Tyus Jones, probably a no for me. Brooks, cheap price at 5,500. Melton, got to watch out for him because then if they come up limited or something like that, then that bumps up Tyus Jones, Grayson Allen, especially if Melton is out. So, those guys. Keeping it moving along. You got, injuries. Like, these guys been hurt for fucking ever. Jaron Jackson Jr., Brandon Clark, Gorgie Jane going up against his old team. Y'all know what Gorgie Jane can do. Y'all know he can smash. It is what it is. Yeah. Big Val can Hulk smash too. So if you hear about they being limited to like 20 minutes or something, or 25 minutes or upwards of 25 minutes, that's a decision you might want to make on DraftKings, because you know what Valanciunas can do. Over here, Minnesota, Rubio in limited minutes, he can rack it up, but it probably won't be. In 25 minutes he can rack it up, but it probably won't. I gotta wait for news. I probably won't be going to him. He got a cheap price though. Russell, he's sitting up there at 8K. What? We really need news. Edwards, he's in play. Culver, somebody who get all those minutes and don't know what to do with him. Beasley, like I said, keep an eye out on news for Beasley because they're gonna want to get him some run. Koji, no for me. Hernan Gomez, yes. You gotta watch out. You gotta see what's going on with Karl Anthony Towns. Ed Davis sitting over here with a fake Q tag too, I believe. So you gotta watch out for that too, because he can rack up the fantasy points too, man. Give him some time. Hollis Jefferson can as well. So we're gonna move. We're gonna move from this one and go over to Denver and Golden State. I'm gonna go to the utility spot for a minute because I want to see something. Denver and Golden State. Denver and Golden State. Barton, he is not going to be playing. Who else they had? Oh, Draymond Green was out. Then you've got Clay. Sad day for Clay. James Wiseman out. So we got a decent amount of injuries over here, man. So let's check out the depth chart so I can give you guys. Look at Murray sitting over at 5,600. We get word. They playing X amount of minutes. A high player, usage player like Murray at that price. We talking. You know what I'm saying? Because you can throw a Murray in there, and like a Brogdon or something like that. I keep saying Brogdon, but they prices they cheap, man. Morris, limited minutes. If they playing less minutes and stuff like that, or one of these guys ain't playing, you know what Morris can do. Hampton, they're gonna want to see what's up with Hampton. Harris, he's a no for me, man. Just basic. He's just been basic. Porter Jr., they want to let him loose. Bobo, Jermichael Green, new addition, Millsap, no for me, and then, waiting on news. Jokic, what he can do in X amount of minutes. Moving over here to Golden State, they say Curry said he's going to be played in the 20-minute range. Now, I know Curry like to see them boys go out there and ball. One time I played, I was doing a live stream, man, and me and Sal, and we was doing a live stream, and man, I end up, it was a 10K prize, man. I was 10K the first. I looked up, I was in second place for about 7,500, man, and Curve just laid the hammer on me, man. It was about 3 minutes to go. Golden State was beating the brakes off somebody in preseason, man. And then he ended up throwing Durant, Curry, and he put their ass back in the game. I said, now what the man? I was salty, man. I was very salty. No, I had Curry, and then he put Durant and Clay back in the game with 3 minutes to go. I couldn't believe it, man. I was shocked. I probably ended up cashing about $50 on that night, man. That was crazy. Anyway, yeah, so let's, Curry. They just pulled up. Curry's in play for me. He's in play for me. They just added Watermaker, Poole. Draymond Green is out. Lee. Them boys, they options. Barring news, they options, man. So we got to look out for the news, man. Late night hammers, too. It was one of the second to the last games. Andrew Wiggins, let's see. Who else would I be willing to go to? Bazemore at 53. Oubre Jr. is very interesting at that. I'll take him over Wiggins. Pascal. Yes, Eric Pascal. Yeah, you gotta watch out. Yeah, I like that play right there. What else we got here? Marquise Chris, he's definitely in play. They'll be probably splitting time at the 5. Lonnie, Marquise Chris, we waiting on news. All right, moving over to the last game, man. The last game. Chris Paul. Where's the injuries at on this side? Crowder probably won't play. He might play. Got to keep an eye out on that. For the most part, they look healthy on their side. On this side, Conley is out. That's good for Clarkson. Good for guys, for the young boys. Bogdanovich is. I'm willing to take a wait and see approach with him. He was out for so long. Ingles, decent play. For the most part, these guys, I'm not on them. I won't be on them. But we need to hear the news, because if we get word that Gobert's limited, they're gonna play a short amount of minutes or something like that. You can look to guys like I'm not playing favors. Brantley, somebody who given the time. No Ed Davis over there. He's gone. Man, he can give you some decent amount of fantasy points. Right along with you already know what Clarkson can do. And then if they do say they running out, they run them starters out for about 20, 25 minutes, something like that. Then you can, what to do if you want to pivot. If you got a decision to make. Mitchell at 7,300. What you think Gobert can do, and then the list goes on. Over here, I didn't touch on them. Chris Paul, I don't know what they plan on doing. I don't know what they plan. Do they want to try to get a game or two in? Get some chemistry together with Chris Paul and those boys outside of practice? I don't know. Cameron Payne, microwaves. He got microwave status. He can ball. Etwan Moore, he can light it up too. He just knows how to play basketball. Bridges, he's a cheaper option. Cam Johnson, I like that option. Dario Saric, we just waiting on news, man. That's it. That's all. Ayton, going up against Gobert. I don't know how I feel about that one, man. But that just about wraps it up for me, man. I just want to point out some guys. They probably gonna be chalky, but it is what it is. We got a taste of the wildlife last night. So let's keep our eyes open for some news, man. As like y'all see, if y'all probably looked at my last video, I tried to update as much as I can because I work overnight. I try to update as much as I could. In the description, I put a nice amount of information out, But sometimes I'll be asleep a few hours before lock, and then you might have to follow me on Twitter. I might tweet some shit out and shit like that. Or I might not tweet something out for DFS. You might have to just wait and see. But hope you guys like the message, man. Like I say, It might be shitty, man, but it's clean, man. With that being said, I'm out, man. Peace out, y'all, man. Let's get to the money. Oh, before I leave, let me tell you, I'm gonna do a video. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this probably later on tonight. When I'm still waiting. FanDuel, they always put they player prop bets out like Saturday night and Sunday morning because they don't want us meditating on them. You know, they want to just put them out there quick, and hopefully they hope we miss them, but we ain't gonna miss them. So that'll be my next video. So thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for coming out, man. I'm out of here.